Again, back to business. Okay. From this first triad, a second triad of emanations is reflected or projected downward into a more coarse degree of substance. They likewise reflect the negative and positive qualities of the two supernulls, with in addition to a third factor, a resultant that acts as a reconciling principle. Okay, so that breaks down DNA, right? Remember, two that swirl, you have the sun factor and the moon factor, right? The sun generates, the moon eats, okay? Making the DNA as they twist, and then the connector factor in the middle. Okay, in passing, I should add that planetary attributions are given to these Sephiroth as expose this type of their operation. Kether is spirit, Shokman refers to the zodiac, and Binah is attributed to Saturn. The fourth seraph is chest, meaning grace or mercy. Also, Gedula is its other name meaning greatness, and to it is referred the astrological quality of Jupiter. Its concept of one of construction, expansion, and solidification. So now this is breaking down how to look in your birth charts and do a reading on you. Okay. Gebura is the fifth enumeration, power and might. It is a symbol of creative power or force. Its planetary attribution is Mars, its quality being the destructive force which demolishes all forms and ideas when their term is usefulness and healthy. Life is done. It symbolizes not so much a fixed state of things as an act, a farther passage and transition of potentially into actually. Six is the harmonizing and reconciling Seraphim. Tiphareth, the word itself means beauty and harmony. It is attributed to the sun, the Lord and center of our solar system. Just as Kether referred to the most secret depths of the unconscious, the core of man's life, so Tifereth is a reflection, the ego, the ordinary human consciousness. That's why the eye of Ra is one side of the brain, and the eye of Horus is the other, because the sun is construction and deconstruction, the eye of Ra, and the eye of Horus is reflection and revealing. This seraphim completes the second triad, which is a triad of consciousness, and the first triad of the supernatural light may be considered the triad of which is supremely divine, the superconscious. Netzach Dictory, to which the planet Venus is referred, is the first Sephira of the third and reflected triad, and masks an entirely different order of things. Here we enter the elemental sphere, when nature's force have their sway. It is also the region in the human sphere of what we may term the unconscious or subconscious. The magical tradition classifies our unconsciousness into several strata. The stratosphere they talk about in space, oh yeah, because they're all fucking with your mind. Because the Illuminati in science, right? And to each of them is attributed some of one of four elements: fire, water, air, and earth. Netzach is attributed to the element of fire, and so far as concerns the classified of man's principles, it represents the emotional life. Its opposite pole on the tree of life, Hod, which means splendor, receives the attribution of the planet Mercury. Its element is water, and its action represents fluidic mind, the thinking, logical capacity of man, as well as what may be called its magical or nervous force. The Hindu system denominate as Purana. The third triad is Yesod, the foundation, the ninth seraphim. The operation of the spear of the moon. Wait, they're bringing up the sun and the moon like I broke down makes DNA, right? It's right here. They just code it because they don't want you to know. This is the airy sphere of the fourth dimension, termed in occultum as astral plane, astral projection. Here we find the subtle electromagnetic substance into which all the higher forces are focused, the ether, and it constitutes the basis or final model upon which the physical world is built. Its elemental attribution as that of air, ever flowing, shifting, and constant flux. Yet, because of that flux in perpetual stability, just as tremendous speed of the particles ensures the stability of the atom, so the fleeting forms and motion of Yesod in all its implications constitute the preeminence and subsidiary of the physical world. We're going to stop there and we'll be back.